Hello, everyone. What's up? First of all, thank you for the introduction. But one correction I would like to say, I'm here to give you all the insights on our efforts, what Adobe is doing, and then I will let you decide where Magento open source is going, and the other things that Vatsal mentioned. So that's one. But I'm really, really excited to be here today because it's my home country, first of all, and secondly, because I get to meet and interact with this fabulous people. So thank you so much for having me. And okay, I got to manage a few things. So if we haven't met yet, my name is Parul Sinha. I'm a software engineer at Adobe. I work in the Commerce Community Engineering team. I lead and manage a team that helps process community contributions. And I also work as community manager for commerce. I'm based in Austin, Texas, in USA. And outside engineering, I lead Women at Adobe Employee Network, which is a group of women and allies. We are about 130 plus women and allies. And this is to actually support Adobe's initiatives for diversity and inclusion. And in my 3 years of being the site lead for Women at Adobe, this is like super fulfilling experience for me, and I really love that. So that's about me. Okay, now by show of hands, how many of you have heard about Adobe's initiative of community prioritization process? Not many, but those of you who have, thank you. And I'm so glad I'm here because you need to know this. Basically, we are committed to build a community that gets stronger by each passing day. And just so you guys know that you have the power to influence Adobe's roadmap. It sounds very powerful, right? But how do you do that? Let's see. So community prioritization process, we kicked off slightly over a year ago, which empowers each one of you to decide what gets merged and released in our core product. So see, we have about 800 plus open community contributions, pull requests, right? We cannot process everything at once. So with this community prioritization model, what we do is we ask you to tell us which pull requests you want us to work on. And then, we take it from there, we process it all the way through and make sure that it gets merged into the code base and it's available for the community to use. So let me walk you through the process, how you do it. It's super simple. All you need to do is log in into your GitHub account and then take a look at all the open pull requests that we have. Then you got to upvote on the pull request that you like, that you want us to work on by just placing a thumbs up reaction. We open up voting window every month, sometimes it's twice a month, and at the end of the voting window, we sort the pull request based on the upvotes that it has received, and we pick a batch to work on. It's that simple. And what we do is the ones that we pick, we put a purple label on it called Community Picked, and there's a community dashboard which is available for everyone to see, which has real-time progress of all the pull requests that we have so far in this process, and you can track the progress in real time. Simple, isn't it? So, some clarifications I want to make here. We pick the batch at the end of the voting window, but you don't have to wait to vote when the voting window opens. You can vote any time that you would like. We just pick it at the end of the voting window. That's one. Second thing, you may see some priority assigned to the pull requests, but under this process, we just take care of the upvotes, not the priority. Regardless of the priority, if it's an upvoted pull request, we'll pick it in the process. And the third clarification that I want to make is currently we are processing pull requests which are targeted to 2.4 develop branch only. So you may see, at least there is one pull request which is top voted by community, but unfortunately we cannot pull it in the process unless the target branch is fixed for that. All right. Communications regarding the opening of voting window is shared through social media channels as well as on Slack, and we publish a monthly update on it. So we kicked off this process with 10 pull requests, and today we have over 160 pull requests that are part of this process. And those 73 that you see merged, majority of them have already been made available to the community in the form of beta releases. And I'll go into a little bit details about beta release in a second. So this process is based on collaboration from the community, and we aim to provide full transparency through the monthly updates that I share with you all. I'm really happy to mention that starting this month, we are including Page Builder repository into this process as well. This was a request from the community. Like, whenever I used to publish the update, I would get a question, when are we including Page Builder? So those of you who don't know what Page Builder is, it's basically, it makes it easy to create content-rich pages with custom layouts. So starting February, you can vote on the Magento 2 repo for pull requests as well as on the Page Builder repository as well. So I'm really happy to see the power and the effectiveness this process has, and we would love to amplify the force that executes it. So currently, we have some help from our community maintainers for reviewing the pull requests, but we're really looking forward to the community council that Matthias just mentioned about. Once that gets formed, I hope that we will be able to process pull requests much faster. So yeah, please consider, if you're a seasoned developer, please consider being part of that maintainers team. And again, I'll get into a little bit detail about the maintainers in a second. So in addition to the community prioritization process, there are other initiatives that are also going on to strengthen our community. There's a monthly community newsletter. This contains updates from both Magento Open Source and Adobe Commerce. If you haven't subscribed to it yet, please do so. You can visit community.magento.com, and under the announcements tab, you would see a subscribe button. So you can get the updates through that. There's another simple way to get updates about the community monthly newsletters. Just follow me, because I share the link every month on my social media handles. Then we have a dev blog that I'm using to publish updates on the community prioritization process every month. We also host a Slack workspace, which is called Magento Open Source. And you can join it to get the conversation going and keeping an eye on the announcements tab channel, where we publish updates from time to time. And then we have meetups. So Adobe sponsors a pro account on meetup.com. We have 66 groups based on geolocation spread across 24 countries. So if you're looking to host a meetup, it's very likely that you already have a group in your region. But if not, please reach out to me, and I'll try to work with you and set up a group in your local region. I want to give you a little insights about our upcoming releases. So last year, we announced some changes into our core products release strategy. So last year, we had 4 quality and security patch releases. This year, we have 5 planned. And these patches are provided for 3 years, starting from the GA date. The new support term applies to Adobe Commerce 2.4.4 and later releases. So for example, version 2.4.5, which was released in August 2022, they will receive quality and security support until August 2025. And starting June of last year, we have started releasing public betas, which is available to everyone prior to the GA release. And that includes security, compliance, performance, community contributions, and high priority bug fixes. These beta releases are distributed in the same way, just as any other Adobe Commerce patch release, as Composer meta packages on repo.magento.com, and the source code is available on GitHub. So if you're using the beta releases, and if you have any feedback, Please use the regular issue reporting flow on GitHub. Our internal team will monitor all critical issues that are reported against the latest beta release, and will make sure to prioritize them before the GA release date. So in 2024, we have a security patch release coming right next week, and we are feeling really good about it. And then we are also gearing up for 2.4.7 Beta 3, which is coming in March. And actually for that, code freeze is approaching really fast, and the team is really hard at work. We want to get as many contributions pulled into our Beta 3 release as possible. And then in the March, we have our big release, Adobe Commerce 2.4.7. And then in the second half, we will have the releases as scheduled. If there's any changes in that, I'll make sure that the information is shared with the community on a priority basis. So I wanted to give you a sneak peek on really what's coming in Adobe Commerce 2.4.7 core release. There are lots of improvements in platform health, performance, and scalability. Adobe Commerce 2.4.7 is coming with PHP 8.3 support. So 8.2 may still be used till its end of support in November 2025, but after that, we are requesting everyone to move to 8.3 instead. It will still be possible to upgrade 2.4.7 while you are on PHP 8.1, but this is not officially supported or recommended by Adobe. And please note that Adobe Commerce 2.4.7 is not compatible with PHP 7.4. Core Composer dependencies and third-party libraries have been upgraded to the latest available version. Outdated JavaScript libraries like Moment.js, jQuery UI library, they have been upgraded to the latest versions. There's increased GraphQL coverage for custom attributes and GraphQL resolver caches. And this time, Magento Open Source extension meta package will be included, which means payment services will be automatically bundled in our core product. So whether you're a small business, mid-market contender, or large enterprise, we hope that this solution will help you reduce operational overhead, help you increase revenue, and it will give you, tools with which you can have a good shopper experience. Some of the features that you see listed here may not apply to Magento Open Source, but I tried to bring everything in front of you so that you have the full visibility of our product. This one here shows a metrics of system requirements compatibility for 2.4.7. Please pay attention to the end of support dates for each of the components here. I hope by sharing all these information, it will help you to prepare for upgrade better. We always recommend that you use the latest secure version of Adobe Commerce Platform components for best experience and to stay PCI compliant. Let's take a quick look at what are the other resources and areas of opportunities available for the community. So, certifications and courses, they are a great way to increase your knowledge and establish your credibility. So make sure to check out the catalog for available courses for commerce. And there is a Commerce Professional Developer course launching around March. So again, please look out for the newsletters because I'll be making sure that you have the information about this course as soon as we have firmed it up. There are commerce certifications available which is designed to cater professionals at any stage of their career. And these certifications are valid for 2 years. Most certifications can be renewed free of charge. And you can always check Adobe Credential Manager to see if your certifications are expiring or how much time is left or which new certifications you would want to use. So if you're using the platform, you may find things, few of the things that are not working properly, or you may have some ideas to improve certain functionality. So you could report those as issues. When you click on that new issue button, it will prompt you a series of questions where you can provide detailed information. And community engineering team has a weekly community triage session which is on every Tuesday, and it's actually for Asia-friendly time. So if you would like, you're most welcome to attend those triage sessions. And the link that you see at the bottom of this slide, that will take you to the community calendar, where you can get all the dial-in details about the triage call. If you're interested in code contributions, you could do so through pull requests. Contributions can be in the form of new components, features, tests, documentations, anything, right? And maybe just good suggestions. So we use fork and pull model to contribute to the open source code base. And the community engineering team reviews all the issues and contributions. So oftentimes, we go back and forth with the contributors, sometimes to get more details, sometimes to make sure that the code is adhering to our standards, right? And we are very appreciative that somebody took out time from their schedule and made that contribution. But a lot of times, we also have to deal with pretty rude comments. So at this platform, I want to request everyone to please be respectful when you are having conversations on GitHub, because ultimately, we all are working for the same goal, making our platform better. I mentioned that we are getting some help from community maintainers in reviewing pull requests, right? So who are these community maintainers? These are highly skilled people with extensive experience with our platform, and they are Adobe trusted. So we provide them with some special permissions with which they are able to perform code reviews, and they make sure that the code is good enough to go through for testing. And we meet once a month. And again, we are very appreciative of this group because they take out time and they collaborate with us. Another area of opportunity is to develop extensions and apps. Commerce Marketplace is home to 3,000 plus extensions, which is available from global community of contributors. So extensions and apps are submitted through Commerce Developer Portal. Extensions go through a very extensive testing before they get listed on Marketplace. And if you have not heard about apps, they have been introduced just last year. That's another type of submission that you can do on Marketplace. They are created with App Builder that runs out of process, meaning that apps will run within the App Builder infrastructure instead of within an instance of Commerce. And they have little different tech stack. It's JavaScript, preferably Node.js. So their technical requirements and review differs from an extension or other type of marketplace listing. But to submit an app, one must be associated with Adobe Enterprise or Adobe Commerce Partner Organization. All right, documentations. These are integral part of our platform, and it has been a while since we rehomed our beloved dev docs. So I just wanted to take a moment to explain the organization so that you can find what you need easily. So all developer-focused documentation, such as architecture guide, coding standards, API, developer tools, you would find them on developer.adobe.com. And on the Experience League, it's more intended for merchants and system administrations, and it covers topics that explains features that can enable a basic store. Our commerce documentations are collaborative documentations, meaning they are based on open source principles that uses GitHub. And what you can do is, if you would want to collaborate, making the documentation better, we have options where you can rate the content, and you can also suggest suggestions in form of pull requests. And if you see that pencil icon grayed out, make sure that you log in into your GitHub account. So the documentation team basically monitors all the contributions and issues on a daily basis, and they will make updates and tweaks as necessary. If you would like to be a part of the conversation regarding documentation, you can join the DevDocs channel, which is again under the Magento Open Source Workspace. And Jeff leads the documentation effort for commerce, and he'll be happy to help if you have any questions. And finally, I would say that our community thrives because we have people contributing in so many different ways. I just want to take a moment and thank them for their contribution. So to everyone who is solving customers' problem with their innovative solutions, to those who post technical questions on social media and initiate discussion around our platform, to those who undergo Adobe Commerce trainings and certifications and share feedback with us, and to those who create their own learning content and publish it for the benefit of community. Thank you to each one of you. And then the events. We can imagine the kind of effort it takes to run an event like this, right? So thank you so much to all Meet Magento organizers across the world and meetup organizers, speakers, attendees, sponsors. And last but not the least, I would like to thank Magento Association for working towards their goal of open, healthy, and powerful Magento open source system. Finally, this is my contact details. I would love to connect if we are not connected already. Thank you all so much for having me here, and thank you for being here. I hope you all have a great day today and a wonderful conference. Have fun. Thanks all.